Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build model kits and chat with you about a variety of things. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Harold, H-Bomb and friends for the host. Thank you very much, Harold. Appreciate that. If you are a subscriber, throw that Bear Cave emote, that Lego emote. I don't know, maybe even throw in the old Death Scythe emote if you're a tier 3 or tier 2. I want to thank you for joining me. We're going to wait for a few more folks to pop into chat before we get to the building portion of our stream, which is the majority of our stream. It's what we do here. But I do want to say hello. Also, I rushed in, got everything set up. Lashbrook is here. Aristophan is here. Hello, hello. I rushed in to get stuff set up. So, I ate, like, pretty recently. If apologies if I burp at some point. I hope I don't, but I don't know. But I had to eat pretty fast. So, what are we building today? Well, first and foremost, we're going to finish off a kit that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've had for I can't remember when I bought this. Someone might have gotten this on my wish list, and I just don't remember. But it's 3 dragon Pokemon. It's Dratini, and Dragonair, and Dragonite. It's a 3 set kit. Where's the front image of this thing? I don't know. But yeah, it's 3 Pokemon. We're gonna build that. That's where we're gonna start today. Is with 3 Pokemon. They're very small. It's a small kit, so each of them is pretty tiny and relies heavily on stickers. There are a lot of stickers, as you can see on this sticker sheet. A lot of our detail is stickers. And then when that's finished, we're going to do something I haven't done since I was a child. And that's, I'm going to put together a model kit that does not snap together. It is not like this. It is not traditional, where you're snapping your pieces together. Some of them will snap together. But also, hey Santini, welcome. Yeah, we're going to do a model kit that people like to call paint and glue. And we're not going to paint. Don't get it twisted. Fan says sticky situation, which I appreciate. Don't get it twisted, folks. We're not going to be painting. That's still not a thing that I have any interest in doing on this stream. But I do have liquid cement for plastic. Testors is what I was recommended. Said that in the old days it wasn't great, but it's been good for about 3 or 4 or 5 years or something. And this will be interesting. So when it comes to it, when it's time to start with the glue, I am going to be doing stuff that I don't actually do that often with kits, which is taking advantage of having a sanding stick, because you want the connections to be very good. It's not like doing super glue, where you're going to really like cover it and then push them together and then clamp the pieces together. No, this is going to adhere very fast, because what we're doing with this with this cement is we're melting the plastic together. Technically, we're technically lining things up, putting a couple drops on the inside, if we can, on the inside, and then they're fusing together. So we want to make sure that our connections are tight. We're going to take all our pieces, we're going to fit them together, test fit, before we add any glue. And I'm going to do my fucking best to nail this. And I don't know if I will, but the challenge seems incredible, and I'm excited for it. And we've got a few other kits coming. I got a video that's going to go up tomorrow for everybody about a couple other model kits that I got from my wish list, which is incredible. A series we've never built a model kit for on this channel. Excited to do that. Glue, the bane answer to model kit problems. Indeed, Ultron. I'm excited for it. Ultron's here. Yeah, Ultron purchased a kit. Board Ming purchased a kit. Very excited about that. Also got a controller. An Xbox One controller for doing some games and such. Excited for that. But let's get into it. We've chatted, we've dilly-dallied enough. It's time to build. So you can see the photo here, and you can see the pieces here in our overhead shot. We are working on 3 kits here in one. Sorry, 3 figures in one, and you can see this. So, basically, instead of it being blue and adding a sticker of white, it's white, and we're adding a lot of blue stickers. So we're going to get a lot of work done on our Dratini by adding a ton of stickers to it. So that's fine because it's small little details, and in the long run, that is going to benefit us because it will allow me to be able to focus on small tasks and will hopefully be beneficial for the next project that I'm doing, which is, the 86 from Initial D, which I'm very excited about. But I'm also excited about this. And then also, folks, it's not just about applying stickers. We're going to talk about some anime shows in a little later because the thing is, between my Monday stream, my Thursday stream, there are 5 shows that I watch, so I'll be able to talk about all of those. And then also, Variety is reporting that Robert Pattinson is the next Batman. So I guess we should talk about that at some point because that is some news. Yeah, that like literally a report of that just came out, so that is breaking news. And I will say, I'm intrigued. He's a good actor. Yes, Ultron. The man who came to loathe his time with a billion-dollar franchise is now going to perhaps eventually loathe his time with another one. All right, so this sticker has to go on and become the whole goddamn face, and I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm trying to figure out an access point for this sticker because it needs to wrap around the nose or the beak and wrap all the way around and then pop out, and I got to figure that out. So, pardon me, because it's the whole goddamn face. The sticker is the whole face, and I only get like maybe 2 shots at it. So, yeah, Santini, that was just announced on Variety, like just tweeted out like right before I started the stream. That's apparently in the next. That's going to be a Batman. The man Bat is going to be a Batman, and I think that's kind of interesting. All right, I think that's right. I'm trying to be very careful with this. Really be very slow with my application of this sticker so that I can maybe get another shot at it if I fuck it up. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen all his work, but seems like a good actor. Yeah, I'm sure he'll do fine as Bruce Wayne. Also, like, a lot of people have been Batman in ways that I'm like, all right. I mean, everyone's got their Batman. For a long time, Michael Keaton was my Batman. And Michael Keaton's not a good Batman. He's a weird Bruce Wayne. And a weird Batman. But for a long time, that was my fucking Batman, was Michael Keaton, and I was happy with it. So, like, and then Kevin Conroy is my Batman because he's incredible. And for a lot of people, that's their Batman. So, like, a lot of different people have been Batman. I'm fine with it. Adam West is the man Bat, indeed. Beetlejuice was Batman, indeed. Yay, Polka Building. Yes, indeed. We are building a 3-in-1, a Dratini Dragonair Dragonite kit, which features a lot of stickers, and I am taking my sweet-ass time with this sticker, trying to get it right because I don't want to goof it up. And I think I've got it. All right, now I'm going to press... No. And as always, you know, if I mess up, I mess up. It's tough on this kind of a kit, particularly to mess up, because as you can see, it's all white here. So this is supposed to be all of the work is the sticker. The sticker is doing all of the work for this kit. So to mess it up would be a bummer. All right, I think that's good. Then goes like that. Goes like that. All right. So now I'm just going to kind of fill it down and apply it. I'd be okay with DC going goofy and light with Batman. I think it's time. Yeah, Ultron, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think that dark DC has its place, but I'm also here for fun light DC because there are a lot of characters that are on the lighter side. And I think you can do a balance. All right. Well, we're going to move on. We're going to hope that this sets and sticks. We're going to move on to our next sticker, which is sticker 4. Which is this one. Okay. Sticker 4. Sign up like this. Goes like that. Okay. Alright, that wasn't bad. It's a little warm in here, so anyone play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links? It's free on PC and mobile. I have not, Saz. I have not checked that out, but that is something that I would be interested in taking a look at. I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I've said this on a previous stream, that I got really into Duel Monsters and used to play quite a bit. And I played a lot of the Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games that featured, that allowed you to really have a good time with it, in my opinion, and, you know, like eventually unlock all the cards you wanted by playing a lot, which was way better a solution than buying cards. Also, no one I knew played Yu-Gi-Oh! So I had no one to play Duel Monsters against, so there are less monster hurt spell trap zones. Okay. Huh. I'll take a look at it. I mean, my game of choice right now is still Hearthstone. I'm playing and enjoying the new expansion. The new dungeon run just came out today. Chapter 1 is free. And then the other 4 chapters, I believe you can unlock with gold. So I'm saving up my gold for that. But I won my first dungeon run through. And I was happy to do that, so that was fun. Some weird decks, I like that about that. All right, so we applied our stickers on one side. We're now applying the same sticker on the other. Trying to ride the line correctly. As always, if we screw up, we screw up. I'm okay with that. I might go back and do some with these stickers if they're falling apart, falling off, if they've come off. I might go back with some double-sided tape or something like that and kind of really adhere them in the future. But most likely, this is just going to go into a box anyway. But I would still like to look as good as I can. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! Says Lashbrook, move my face there, right there, readjust. I started reading the manga because I want to see how they transition from the weird murder guardian justice to card games. Yeah, what is often called in the U.S. Release, the anime release, as Season 0, because they didn't put it out first, or it is like when they're just kind of getting their footing about like what kind of show it's going to be. It is interesting to take a look at Season 0, where it's a bunch of different games, and one of them is Duel Monsters. It's just one of the many games. It's a almost like a horror anthology series of punishment games, and it is weird. It's a weird, like the first season is odd, and then people were just like, that game seems cool. Do more of that. But yeah, It is. It is an odd transition between those two shows and where they end up. Okay. So face sticker isn't great, but body stickers I'm pretty happy with for the most part. All right, and then so we got a A1 here. It's a lot of sticker we just applied to that. A14. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool that you are playing Duel Links. I'll have to take a look. I have not engaged with that yet. All right, one more sticker for Trini here. But yeah, this will be pretty quick because there are only so many pieces in this kit, and they do give you the 3 Pokemon. So, but I am attempting to, do my best with this. With the sticker portion of this and try to nail it because I don't know, feels good that way. We gotta go on here. Crush Builds is now hosting the stream. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. It's also weird to finish a chapter where Yugi burns a man alive and not McDonald's, and then there's a spot, the difference puzzle. Yes, it is weird. Yeah, no, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a strange show. It is really interesting, but it is also very, very odd. The manga itself. There's a scene in the Japanese season 1 where Yugi would have gotten his legs sawed off if he didn't win the duel. Yes, I mean it's punishment games. It's a lot of like psychological like torment things of like there is a man that has got a gun pointed at his friend. And it's like Yugi is going to beat him in a game of chicken, basically. And then when you lose, you get punished. Harold just won HQ. Congratulations, Harold. Happy to hear that. That rules. Throw the old bear cave in there for Harold. Appreciate that very much. Alright, so I'm going to try to finish this sticker here. I believe that's right. Then that's right. Okay. Alright, now I can just use this to kind of smooth it out. Put some pressure on it. It's not perfect, but it'll do. I mean, at the end of the day, this kit looks weird, but I still think it's fun to put it together. And then all that's left is the stands. Because the thing with, you gotta remember about your Trini, is the Trini is basically just like a little larvae dragon. It's a tiny little friend dragon that also doesn't want to stay in its stand. There it is. But yeah, there's our first of 3 tiny little friends. Put that over there. We'll put that right over here. Hanging out and watching me work. There's Dratini. 1 done. Harold won $1 in Big Bang Theory trivia. Congratulations, Harold. Good work. Win that $1. Know your stuff. Say your stuff. All right, we're moving on to Dragonair. Now, which is fun, because Dragonair cannot fly. Dragonite, who is actually looks like a big old dragon, and who is yellow instead of purple and blue, can fly, is a flying type. Apparently your friend Tim is hosting Words tonight. Yes, HQ Words is tonight hosted by Timothy Dunn, my good friend Tim. Wonderful, wonderful person. Runs a queer collective performance show in New York City called Queer Ball, which is an incredibly inclusive comedy show. Tim is a darling and just like a genuinely wonderful person. And I'm happy that he is getting work on the internet, hosting trivia. Fun fact about Tim, No microphone is quiet enough for him. God damn it. Tim projects. Tim is an an actor with a capital A actor, and projects and cannot be contained, and does not need a microphone. So when he is using it, I have to turn it way down, which is rough when you are hosting a show and you keep coming back to the microphone and I have to turn it down. It's always I love him to death, but I was always like, God damn it, Tim, stop yelling into that mic. But he is a dear. Purple and yellow and green dragon is better, or if you grew up classic, blue and red. Indeed. I mean, a red eyes black dragon is particularly pretty fantastic, and a blue eyes white dragon is pretty good as well. To bring it back to the old Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, we're adding eye stickers to this kit. Tiny eye stickers. The eye stickers are a lot easier to put on than the whole goddamn body we had to do for Dratini. Dragonair should be a little less of that. But yeah, real actors who try to do performance with the microphone, either stand up or whatever, just public speaking, are very tough on the sound guy or girl or non-binary friend. Blue and red is a cameo to a character more powerful than red eyes and blue eyes combined. Yes, indeed. Uh-oh. There it is. Also, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, I was never a big fan of. I think it's lame. I think Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is like a lame name. But that's fine. That's fine. All right, we got another sticker to put on here. We got to put this sticker on, which... How does this work? 10. This is going to be... Oh, okay. I get this. So, instead of... Because this is a small kit, instead of the horn... You can see that there. There's a horn on this. Instead of that horn being a separate piece that's white, we have to attach a sticker to it that is white with a blue background, and that is going to wrap around this and become the horn. And I get to figure out how that works. So that's fun. As I said, this kit is mostly stickers. Hopefully it turns out okay. Do you know who the blue and red dragon is? I don't. He's from the American release, an NES game. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Saz. No. About the blue and red dragon. I am not clear on the reference you were making. Okay, so this sticker does not want to work. Does not want to cooperate with me. I'm going to attempt it one more time. But it is being difficult. The Dragon Lord. Yeah, I don't... Alright, let's try to open this sticker up. Okay. So we'll try one more time to get this sticker on here. But it is being particularly irksome. Nope. It wants to stick to my finger, but not stick. Alright, what we're going to do is do the lightest rub here. Maybe try to... This is a trick that I don't do too often because I don't need to do it too often, which is I just ran my coarse stick on the material here to maybe give something for the sticker to adhere to a little better. And we'll see. Ah, from Dragon Warrior. Yeah, I don't know shit about that. I don't know shit about Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, any of that. I don't know shit about shit when it comes to that series. I mean, I know slimes are a thing, but that's it. That's the extent of my Dragon Warrior knowledge. Slimes. Alright, well, this is bad. Alright, well, this sticker isn't going to work out, so we're going to skip it. We now have a Dragonair that does not have a white horn. And that is annoying, and unfortunate. But that's where we're at with this sticker. Because I would not adhere at all. It's tough shit. And that's not the one we want. Now we need to adhere this one. Be very careful with pulling this sticker out, because it's a lot of cuts in. There's a lot of cuts in this one long sticker, so we're very careful about pulling it out so that we can apply it where we need it. I've been a Dragon Warrior Quest fan since the first one on NES. Nice. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I just never... It's never been a series I have paid any attention to. No disrespect intended with that. It's just not a thing that I've had any knowledge or interest in. Alright, so we're applying our sticker here. Trying to be gentle with it. We've got to follow the line. And then here, tuck this, like that. All right, we'll just kind of fold it down here. Cuts. Played Dragon Q11 last year. Hello. Wish the music was better. Yeah, That's a cool looking dragon. That's a fun looking dragon. Put in the chat there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just have I've never... I wasn't an RPG person in my youth, and so I didn't really I didn't play Final Fantasy. I didn't play Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest. The only in my youth, the only RPG I ever played was Chrono Trigger, and I don't know why. I don't know why I picked that. It might have been because of Toriyama, because the art on the cover looked like Dragon Ball, and I really like Dragon Ball. I think that is probably the only reason that I ever tried it. And then I did not finish it, I don't think, the first time. I think the first time I finished it, I think, was on the DS. So, yeah, it was just never a thing that I spent any time with. Dragon Lord is a tank in the mobile version. Toriyama does the art for it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know why I never tried Dragon Warrior. I think I played, like, the first Final Fantasy, and just it didn't click with me at the time. Like, I tried it. It just didn't appeal to me. Okay, so we've got another big sticker to put on here. So it goes on like this. Wait. It goes on like this. Attached like that. So this is the bottom. Wait. Does it go over this? Okay. I'm saying a lot of it goes like that, and I apologize. That's not the best description of what I'm doing, but it is accurate that it does go like this. Okay. trouble getting this last sticker on right. Okay. I love 8 and 11 the most. Yeah. You can get the first 6 in the Apple Store and Google Play. Huh, yeah. That first Final Fantasy was not a friendly game, says Ultron. Yeah, I agree. I later would enjoy them. I played 6 much later and did enjoy that part of it, but... Okay, so now we got one more sticker, or 2 more stickers, looks like. But one sticker we got to do now. A14. Which is here. We're going to do the rattlesnake-like part of the tail, which has always been odd. Always an odd part of the kit. Yeah, this set is fun because it's Pokemon, but not fun because it's just so many stickers. Whatever. After this, we have glue coming up, so that's going to be interesting too. Finally caught up on One Piece, and I have to say I love Luffy's recent training. Yeah, Lashbrook, I agree. You know, him working with Silverali was some really great stuff. That was some really fun part of... That part was great. That's some of my favorite time, like post death of his brother, like Luffy trying to figure out what's up, training. Is some of my favorite parts of One Piece. Alright, all we gotta do is finish the head here. If I had to pick my favorite enemies, some of the top are Dragon Lord, Zoma. To cut yourself off. I mean, Saz, it's very clear you are passionate about that series. Alright. So let's get this sticker on. This is our last of the Dragonair stickers. Alright, so let's look at that. Luckily, most of Dratini's, or it's not Dratini, Dragonite's body is plastic. It's the biggest one, so most of it is different pieces of plastic. And there are some stickers, but not as much as these smaller kits, or smaller builds, so that's nice. Because this is mostly sticker. And I am mostly tired of it. Watch Char's counterattack. Hell yeah. Wait, a later thing with the sumo ring is. Well, Lashbrook, I'll say this. Lashbrook, directly after they left Whole Cake Island and that arc, we're gearing up for the Reverie right now in the anime, and I am not watching it because the Reverie finally started, but they were dragging out because Wano doesn't start till the summer. So Lashbrook, right now, there's a lot of filler, and it's not fun. So I'm waiting for the filler to kind of be over, and then I'm going to plow through it. And by filler, I don't mean like they created a new arc. I mean they're like adding more information and doing a lot of flashbacks, and just like 3 pages of the chapter will be an episode. And it's just like, oh no. So I'm like, no thanks. So I've been letting that build up because it's not been great. Alright. There's our Dragonair. His sticker work is not great, but whatever. We're going to move on, and we're going to battle Dragonite. I choose you. You are not as many stickers, and that rules. You seem to be mostly pieces of plastic. I say that, and then immediately we've got to put the eye stickers on. But whatever. I'm fine with that. Eye stickers aren't a problem. It's the whole, like, wrap this all around the body and hope that it adheres to the plastic that I don't love. Yeah. Let's see. I mentioned on Twitter, I'll say it now. There was a series that came out in 2005 and 2006. Second season came out in 2006. It's a series that I think folks would like, an anime called Honey and Clover. It is a drama. It is about a artist at a school, like, living in a dormitory-like situation, friendship and unrequited love, and some sadness and some joy, and it's a beautiful series. Honey and Clover. It is now available in sub and dub on Crunchyroll. They licensed adding it to their library. It just got added like this week, and I think it's great. I think it's a great series, so I'd recommend that. Saz says Rayquaza is the best dragon Pokemon. I tend to agree. I think Rayquaza is pretty great. I mean, it's dragon flying, which also means that you can learn the move Fly, thus meaning that you can have it in your party and have it have a quest or an HM when you need an HM, which is awesome. And in general, very powerful Pokemon. I really do like Dragonite. I think Dragonite is awesome as far as dragons go. Might be my favorite dragon Pokemon. This is goofy looking and fun and tough. Good skills. But yeah. I'm trying to think about other dragon Pokemon. If there's one that's better than Rayquaza or Dragonair or Dragonite, I don't know. I don't know if there is. Try and get this mouth on smooth here. Solid. I believe that's right. Great. Mouth is on. Mouth is on. There. Work on the body. A221. For the longest time in black, my transport was the Pidgeon. Salamence is interesting. Flygon, Altaria. Yep, yeah. Yes. Yes, I mean, I do like Altaria. I think it's a cool looking Pokemon. I don't necessarily think it's the best, but yes, you are listing other Pokemon. That's your intention. I don't think it's going to play on here. Maybe it will on the blue or the white. But each number, because they're they're numbered A1, A2, or whatever. Each numbers on the sheet, definitely it's not going to be, has a faint outline of Pikachu around the number. You'd have to see it in person, but it's cute. I appreciate that. All right. I'm building right out of the box because I have my car stuff here assembled. And I have that organized, so I didn't want to do that. All right, so this is going to go... This. This is for the wings. Yeah. All right, so this goes in there. And then... Alright, I gotta add a sticker to B14, the wing here. Pat, what would you want for a Pokemon Master Grade? Ooh. I mean, we're talking about Master Grade, we want a big Pokemon, right? So, I mean, first and foremost, I'll take a high grade. Let's start with high grade, right? 1/100 scale high grade Snorlax. You don't want to do Master Grade with Snorlax. You want big pieces with Snorlax, big belly. Not a lot of detail necessary. Maybe some sticker work with the face. I think you can do a really good job with a 1/100 scale high grade of Snorlax. Or an RE100. Okay, I like that Ultron. Yeah, that might actually be better. For Master Grade, I mean, I'm thinking Charizard is your first Master Grade. I'm thinking the wings on Charizard, a lot of the detailing, the movement. I think you gotta go with the a Master Grade for Charizard. I think high grade, you can do a lot of high grades, but that's got to be a Master Grade because you want to make sure you nail it. PG Pikachu, RG Gyarados, Butt Romancer. Hello, Gyarados might be a good Master Grade. I mean, it's pretty big. A lot of sections, a lot of sectional detail. So that might not do it right, but that might make a good Master Grade. But yeah, a real grade might be a good choice for that as well. Small, but you get a lot of details in it. Some of the tricks. Okay, Giratina, yeah. Pikachu, the first thing. Look, Saz. Pikachu is going to be out there. That's going to be a high grade. No question. You're going to get Pikachu. You're going to get Eevee because they've been really pushing Eevee the last few years. Yeah, that's going to happen. I'm not mad about it. I understand. That's what the Nintendo or Pokemon Company have decided. That's what people want. I get it. I'm not mad about it. I'm not here to complain about that. I get it. I want the one that's just a key ring. Yes. Yeah, I mean, look, we're never even going to get an RE100 Guzzlord. Should we get a real one reborn Guzzlord? Yes, we totally should, because Guzzlord is an incredible nonsense Pokemon. It's Ultra Beast, but still nonsense and should not be, and therefore I'm a big fan of it. PG Eevee that you can transform into any evolutions. Bowmancer, yeah, or do like a Russian nesting doll where it's a big Eevee, and then inside are smaller of all the other ones, kind of hiding out inside of it. You can see that. All right, so it's got to go like that. And this locks it into place, like that. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Mega size Snorlax. Yeah, I think Snorlax could be. I think you do a Master Grade, and I think that would be fine. But I understand that isn't. I don't think any of it's feasible. I think we're lucky we have kits like this. Or Mega Blocks. I'll say the Mega Blocks Pokemon stuff. We've done some of that early in the channel's life. Those are fun. As far as Mega Blocks go, those are pretty entertaining. I enjoyed putting those together. All right, so then we got to do 9. It's a lot of reinforcement for this kit, which I appreciate. A lot of this is just making sure that everything's secure, which is really nice to find in a kit like this. All right, so this is going to go like that. And then this goes. Nope. Too high. The Mega Bloks Gyarados was impressive. Yeah, I enjoyed that kit. There's a few of them I think are really fun. All right. And then B211. We're only on Arena right now. Yeah, I mean, I used to play a little bit. I haven't played Arena at all. I mean, I barely touched Magic. I had some friends that were playing. I kind of got into it, but I never got super invested in it, mainly because I couldn't justify buying a lot of cards and getting super into it. So I never did, but I did have plenty of friends who were way into the to it, and still are way into it, which is cool. Good for them, but was never a thing that I was like, yeah, this is my thing. All right, so then I need B1, 1. Uh, Model companies in a nutshell. How do we make the thing one color and all glue? Yep. Let's see. And as I've always said, when we discuss, uh, when it's time to talk about model kits and such, as I always say, the McFarlane line of of uh, of Steven Universe is the least fun I've ever had building um, or like any kind of set. Oh, those knockoff Lego set. It's just one of the worst experiences I've had uh, building anything. Those were so awful. Uh, I didn't enjoy super much the Optus Prime we built. That Optus Prime, I did not really enjoy that model kit. Um, I didn't hate it, but I didn't enjoy doing it. Um, and I didn't love the Bandai Star Wars um, kits that I've built. I didn't really enjoy those too much. They were like very easy up until they suddenly weren't easy at all, and I was like, meh. And kits can be challenging. I just wasn't in the mood for a challenging kit when I put that together. Poe's X-Wing was particularly a frustrating build. That's why I have not done them since. You may have wondered why I haven't done any of them. I've done the Lego, and I enjoy the Lego, but I do not enjoy Bandai's uh, line of those kits. All right, try to be nice and careful. Get this sticker on right here. I think I got that. Yep, got it. Good. Okay, great. Other wing goes on. That. Okay. All right, moving along. Now we do. Okay. The other big body piece has got to go on. I don't really model experience outside of Gunpla, but I think my least favorite was the RG Zaku 2 Johnny Ridden. Oh yeah. Yeah, some of those real grades are pretty finicky, I've found. I don't mind it per se, but yeah. I built a few that I didn't necessarily love. Yeah. But some of the real grades turn out real nice, so I think it's like dependent on the build. Okay. There's a lot for this to connect to, so I'm trying to do this quickly. Most of these here, obviously, this is the real like piece. This is the biggest of the Pokemon that we're building today. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's a hard snap there, which sometimes it's fine, and sometimes you're like, oh no, did I fuck this up? I'm really happy this isn't a sticker. This is like plastic that has some rubber on it, like it's a rubberized. It's got a really nice feel to it. But I'm glad this isn't a sticker. It makes me very happy that I am adding this on here. It's a nice piece of plastic. for the chest. Because you can see them doing this as a sticker, and I'm really glad they didn't. Because I think this feels really nice. Oh, speaking of which, gotta add a sticker. The bottom half of the mouth needs to be put on here. I see very little plastic. Did this Pokemon cost? Yeah, I don't remember how much this was, I'll admit. I mean, it's not, this was a line, like, this is the 30th one in the line. The Solgaleo I remember being very inexpensive, and that was a pretty fun build. We built the Solgaleo on stream, and that was a pretty fun build as far as these kits go. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember this being prohibitively expensive. I think it's pretty reasonably priced. And it's been a pretty fun build so far. Alright, there we go. There's the head there. This is the one with the gimmicks. So we're now gonna build our legs. We're gonna have some sticker work to do. We're gonna do A218. It's the feet. Saz, I don't remember. I think this was a gift. So like because I've had this in my wish list, or I had this in my backlog for a very long time because it was just something that I never was like really pulled to build. So I don't remember if it was bought off my wish list a long time ago or if I bought it. So I'm looking it up. Come on. Kits. See. Yeah, right now, I don't know how much I paid for it at the time. Right now, it's $19 on Amazon for this set, which seems about right. That does seem about right. I have garlic bread in the oven. I had to put it back in, though, so fingers crossed I don't burn it. Ultron, I really hope you do not burn that garlic bread. Yeah. I have not had garlic bread in quite some time. Might be up for it. I mean, they're very popular on the internet, so I'm sure you know. But Bon Appetit, the website and magazine and all kinds of things, their YouTube channel is very good, and they've been doing a mini series where I think they shot this in like February, where they are building the ultimate homemade pizza, and they have like their different editors like pair off and work on different like ingredients, and they're filming the whole thing and their trials and errors, and it's very engaging, and it's what I like about food-based internet content. But I recommend that mini series. It's been pretty good. It's been engaging and interesting, so I recommend that. I mean, in general, I like the Bon Appetit YouTube account. I think it does. I think they do good work, but in particular, I've been pleased to see the pizza content. Okay. One leg is done. Add that on there. Do the other leg now. Which is 7, 5. We have that magazine at work. I love looking at the foodness of it. Yes, foodies in it. Yes. Yeah, I think like there's an earnesty to a lot of that staff, and a few of them are, there's some pretension there. You only get so far in the culinary world without a little bit of pretentiousness, but there's definitely some down-home nonsense. The guy Brad that works there is like a fun like personality, and makes sense that he would be a popular person on that site and people will be interested in his videos and his content. Uh, so I generally like the stuff he does, even if he is obsessed with doing videos about fermentation, and I have no interest in any of that, fermentation or pickling or anything like that. I have no interest in that and the foods that he makes from it. I'm always just like, nah, 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 nah. But I know people really like it, so I'm not gonna. It's just not my yum at all. Is Iron Chef still on? Ultron. I do not know. I have not had cable in many years. So I do not know if that is still a television program or not. If it is not in my friend circle zeitgeist, which does not mean to say that it doesn't exist, but it is not in my radar if it does. Yeah, I have no idea. I know there's been some different Iron Chef stuff, Iron Chef like stuff that's come through, but I don't think the actual show in there's like, yeah, I mean there's shows like Cutthroat Kitchen and stuff like that, but all right, we got to do arm, and we're going to skip the arms because I just want to put this tail on. I do like this plastic. I think it's very good. The underbelly plastic here, I really like. All right. Put this tail on. There's movement in the tail. Update. The tail moves. What's going on? My background's here. I don't know what's going on with my background. Getting some weird stuff. I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but there. That's better. All right, the tail moves. There's the tail moving. Oh, I know what it is. This thing's all yellow, so my camera hates it. That's why I'm getting weirdness. It's because of the yellowness of this and my attempts to do green screen. That's why. Okay. I was like, why are things freaking out? The tail moves. It lives. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Indeed. I was like, why is this freaking out? And then I realized, like, oh, it's because it's yellow. So we will not hold that up to my camera. It's there. All right, now let's build the arms here. Sticker, we're going to leave the sheet in the box. I like doing that now and again. All right, so 10 is the underneath. 11 is the over. On that side. 11 is the over here. Not 9, let's see. All right. Green screen is the enemy of yellow. Yes. I mean, also when you're doing it like I am, which is barely getting it done, doing your best, but, you know, making it work with the amount of lighting that you have. It would freak out on other things, but probably less. Because really what I need lighting behind me pointed up. Really is what I generally actually need. And I do not have that because I'm not able to do that in the space I have. Because the green screen behind me is very close. Like my hand is pushing it towards the wall. It's pretty far behind me. Like I can wheel back. Like that's close. So he's probably flying live on camera. He just lost all armor on screen. Yep. That'll happen. I mean, there was one day where I was setting stuff up and forgot what shirt I was wearing. I took a video of it. It's on my YouTube. I don't remember what I named it, but it's on my YouTube. But it's I'm wearing a green shirt, and I just like turned stuff on to record something, and this came up in OBS, and I was like, "Oh God, where'd my body go? Oh no!" I only own one green shirt, and it was like the morning after St. Patrick's Day. So I wasn't like thinking about it at all. Okay, so the other thing about this kit, we'll do it down here, is when you move the arms, the mouth moves. So this is pretty great. Arm moves the mouth. That's fun. Or the head, I should say. And the tail moves, and it's pretty good. Floating head builds model kits is a powerful brand. Like that. Alright, so we did our 3 Pokemon. This Pokemon's done. There are some other ones. I wouldn't mind doing Emboar. Oh, it also comes with a... Hey! Some of these come with a Pikachu. Not all of them, but some of them come with a fucking Pikachu, too. Grumble, grumble, grumble. This one doesn't. Yeah, I'd probably get Emboar. Because I like that bit. Hey, I like a fire type. I like a pigman wrestler, you know? I like 2 pig wrestlers. That's pretty good. I might get that someday, but not for a while, because these were fine, but nothing spectacular. We'll take a photo of these later, or I'll take it after the stream. Alright, so I am going to take a drink of water. I'm going to do a pause for the cause, and then we're going to get into the second half of our build stream, which is building a car. I'm going to put the car model here, right here, so we can see the car while I talk to you. Because it's 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's time to say hello. Ultron just threw the Bear Cave emote in there. It's perfect time to say thank you all so much, folks, that are subscribers. I appreciate you very much. Reminder, if you use Twitch Prime, because you linked your Twitch account with your Amazon Prime with your Twitch account, you get a token you can use once per month. It's like real money. You could choose to do that if you like. One thing I will say is, hey, if you have Twitch Prime, right now there's a deal on Twitch Prime where you can get a month of Crunchyroll as a premium account for 1 month, and that way you don't see ads and you don't get delays on the videos coming out. And I believe you can watch simulcasts. Don't quote me on that, but I believe you can watch simulcasts as they happen. So I recommend that. If you have Twitch Prime, check out Crunchyroll for a month. If there's a show that I've talked about you want to binge for a month and get it for free, you should. Bits and coins are always appreciated. If you have Amazon bits or coins you want to throw my way, would appreciate that very much. Become a subscriber would be great. If you don't feel like subscribing, you want to just give me a follow. Turn your notifications on so you know when I go live. Thanks for watching, of course, as we still have an hour left, but this is the part of the stream where I talk about ways you can support me if you'd like. I have a Patreon. $5 and $10 gets video early. $10 gets to vote on the kits I built, so they're going to vote. Dang, that didn't work. Yes, sorry, Ultron. So I have 2 kits that came in the mail, and I think a third is coming tomorrow. When that comes, I'm going to put up a poll for my wish list to decide what I build next. And so the $10 people get to decide what I do. Ultron with the 11 cheer. Thank you so much, Ultron. Appreciate it. There you go, indeed. Thank you very much. Let's throw the Bear Cave emote in there. Also, just throw an emote out there if you're not a subscriber, but it's always nice if you are. You can throw a emote from another channel. I don't care. Speaking of wish lists, this was bought on my wish list. I don't know who bought this. Thank you. Whoever out there picked this up. I do know that I've gotten something from Board Ming, and I've gotten something from Ultron. And those will be involved in a poll. And then one other person sent me something that I think I'm getting tomorrow, which is a high grade. But I have a wish list with a bunch of different stuff on there, stuff I'd like to build on stream. Really appreciate it. Some of the sets are really complicated and expensive and great. Some of them are pretty simple. Some of them are way too expensive, and I don't expect anyone to ever buy them, but it's okay. They're up there because they'll be fun. And maybe somebody's just like, I don't know, I got a lot of gift cards to Amazon. Here you go. I don't know. Ooh, there's a one. Okay, here's the one I'll point out. It is an expensive kit because it is an old kit. It is from, I believe, 2002. The Gundam Maxter G, which is the Neo-American Gundam from G Gundam. The 100 high-grade kit is now on Amazon for $50. And that's a lot of money for a very old kit. but I'm just saying it's out there. And I'd build that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. Jam thrown in there. Hi, Jam. Also, if there's something you like, I'd love for you to build this kit on stream, and I'm not building it because it's not on the wish list. Let me know. If it's something I'd be interested in building, I'd definitely be up for putting it on there. And then I have a coffee. You could join into that if you'd like. If you haven't already, if you want to join a nice Discord, the Build with Bear community is very nice. People post photos of stuff they're working on, stuff they bought, stuff that they'd like to buy. I post all the videos I make in there, so feel free to jump into the Build with Bear community. It's nice. Build streams. So normally I stream on Monday and Thursday and Saturday from 9 to 11 Eastern Time. This Saturday I'm doing a different stream, which we'll talk about in a second. So, because I'm not building this Saturday, I'm building tomorrow. I'm doing a special stream at 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow because I have to go to work after that. So a Friday build stream is 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. Special build time. We'll keep working on this kit. So feel free to jump into that tomorrow. And then on Saturday, the 18th, from 8 p.m. till midnight, I'm playing Jackbox games. 4 hours of Jackbox games with the chat. I've invited some friends to come. Unfortunately, technical reasons, I can't do Discord stuff with them. But I am asking people that I know to come and hang out and play. I'm raising money for St. Jude's Hospital. So I'll put the link in the chat here. This is the link to my my fundraising page. So I'm doing a Jackbox stream. I'm going to try to raise $500. If we raise $200, I'd love that. If we raise $200, we'll do a round of Quiplash with 2-word answers only, which is just a fun mod for Quiplash. I think it'll be fun. But yeah, I'm going to try to raise money on Saturday. If you can come to that stream, even just hang out and play the games. The worst of it is you just play some games with me, and it'll be fun. Real quick, background of characters is the video series I do. I did a new episode yesterday, which is technically topical. I shot this last week when there was some YouTube drama happening, so it's about a YouTube personality. It's short and fun, so it's technically topical. So that's all my links. We're going to work on this kit, and that's terrifying, but we're going to do it. So I could do all these decals. I'm not doing these decals. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of English in this, which is very helpful. I did some research as well, looked up some stuff to try to help me understand what I need to know for this kind of kit and building. Thank you, Ultron. Appreciate it. I did ask, some people's recommendations and tips and such. I got some information. I watched some videos. Because as I said, I have not done a kit like this in years, and technology has changed quite a bit. So one thing that's weird about this is it's just the pieces are just numbered. It's not like A7 and B7 and F7. It's 1 and 111. So I have it organized by number on my sheets here. Like this is 1. And this is 134. So I've got it kind of organized, and I'm going to do my best to figure that stuff out. Basically, there's a marker for paint. Arrow is instruction of gluing, and dotted arrow line is the location of no gluing. So where there is an arrow, they want me to glue pieces together. And where there is a dotted line, I just put the piece in and I don't glue anything near there. So solid line, glue. Not solid line, no glue. We would do some painting here. We would do the decals of different car parts here. We're not worrying about that. As I said, there are some decals here that we could apply. But if I do that, I'd like to do the license plates, but that's going to be off stream because I'm not going to do that in front of folks. But let's start getting our pieces out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all our pieces, we're going to attach them, get them set together, then we're going to separate, and then we are going to glue. I also have plenty of napkins around, paper towels and such. And then I have a liquid cement right here. This was recommended by a friend. And it said, it's not like super glue. We're not adhering. We're literally melting the plastic together. And we're doing it on the inside so that we don't have that off of the gluing point before gluing. Okay. So, there are some parts where it's telling me where to paint. Boy Blue just subscribed with Twitch Prime. That's 2 months. Thank you very much, Boy Blue. Let's throw the Bear Cave emote out there. Usually in the second half of the show, I'll talk about anime. I will talk about that. I've got plenty of things to talk about from the world of anime. But as I said, I also have just some nerves here with some of these pieces. Alright, so there. One thing that is kind of nice about this kit is that the pieces are bigger on the sheet than they are in real life, which is helpful because you're like kind of really focusing and looking. Oh yeah, some pieces there. Thank you, Boy Blue, for the subscription, for resubbing. Appreciate it very much. Okay, so anime talk. As I kind of prepare this piece for gluing, Black Clover, we're reaching the end of the tournament. There was some good fight stuff happening, some good character development, beautiful looking animation. I mean, they took that episode, that week off last week to do the kind of goofy episode, which I know some people really hated, but I didn't mind, because it meant that they could spend some time on the budget and money on this episode, and oh damn if it wasn't a really good looking episode. I really like Black Clover. Hi, Mr. Bob. I have good but cold pizza. Speaking of which, is it garlic bread time? Or have you already gotten your garlic bread? I just want to put it out there. I don't want it to burn. I'm sorry pizza is cold, but I'm glad it's good. Because I like my pizza warm. Alright, so then this is going to go like this. So yeah, Black Clover is real solid. I'm really digging it. I highly recommend it. If you want a long series, because there's a lot of episodes. So that's that. One Punch Man Season 2. This episode. So the first 2 episodes of the season I was really down on. It's called Because I Have a New Source of Gundam Kits. Oh. Alright. So I've been down on this season pretty hard, but I do think that this episode was good. So I'm cautiously optimistic about more of it. The martial arts tournament is moving fast, which is what I wanted, because as I believe I've mentioned this, I do not like this part of the arc, the focus on the guy who used to be a hero and gave it up because he wants to live a simple life or never wanted to be a hero and thinks heroes are dumb. Like, I'm sick of that part of the series. Kind of don't give a shit about it. It's kind of my least favorite part of One Punch Man. So I'm hoping that they get through it pretty fast. So they can move on to other stories. But overall, it's good. This episode was good. Good night, Harold. Thanks for being here. I'll see you soon, my friend. Okay, so we are lining up the piece so basically I'm lining up the piece I need. I'm taking a look at it. I'm seeing how the fit works. And then we're going to do our first glue. Okay. So, unscrew this. So this is how the piece goes. It goes in like this. It goes like that. But yeah, overall, I think that the animation was pretty fun with One Punch Man. This part of the episode, this part of the season, it's just getting better and better. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. It's fitting over it. It's not a direct fit. It is an overlay. So okay. All right. That might not have been enough glue. It might have been. It definitely wasn't too much glue, but it might not have been enough of it. So I might want to put some on the chrome piece here. So yeah, I am going to put some. I'm going to put some on the chrome. Okay. I think that'll be good. And now I can start getting the other pieces as I'm kind of like holding it together. I will basically, we're doing the same thing only on the other side. So it's basically the same pieces for the other side. So I'm just going to kind of hold this together. If I was doing this, I would have already sneezed and somehow got my finger stuck to the cement. Indeed. The thing I definitely, try to avoid is like using way too much glue or cement and having it like run down and really like mess everything up. So I'm probably underdoing it right now, and I will have to get more bold with my plastic cement. But for the moment, I'm fine with it being like kind of taking it easy with it. Then we'll need 32. And again, it's telling me in here, how's the glue bed? Well, this is like what branding about. So I have Testors, liquid cement for plastic is what I went with. It was recommended by a friend of mine who does a lot of this currently. But yeah, I'm going to snip the pieces off here now, and we'll start getting ready to do the other one. Like I said, I am very new to all of this. I am just going to do my best with it, and hope that I am doing all right. But yeah, I appreciate that it's like, here's the color glue you want to use for this. And they're just like telling you what to do with it. And I do appreciate that. And it is helpful that it's like, this is not where you want to glue. You want to glue here. You don't want to glue here. It's very helpful as well. There are too many model glues. Yeah. There's a lot of them out there. Alright, so this did not adhere. So I am now going to be liberal with it. Okay. Be liberal with it. We'll see. Wise Man's Grandchild. This was like a building episode. We got some dark stuff happening with another country that we don't really care about. We got some further proof that our main character is a badass, which we knew. There were some minor characters from the first episode that we haven't seen since that came back, so that was kind of nice. Alright, so I'm going to let that set and see if that worked there, and then I'll glue this section here, and we'll just take our time with it. But yeah, Wiseman Grandchild, still interesting. I'm kind of waiting for it to get good, as far as an isekai goes. I do appreciate that it is that it is like a there is a love story happening between the two main characters. Uh, Seems my internet can't handle streaming right now, so I'll have to bounce. Oh, Boy Blue, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. But thank you for renewing. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. for a special stream. So, glad to get the resub in time to go back to Justice Gundam. Hell yeah. You may have to scratch some of the chrome away. That kind of glue really needs plastic-to-plastic contacts at Santini. That could be true. I might need to scuff this up a little bit. That's a fair point. I did read a little bit about that when it comes to chrome. So maybe I will scratch it up a little bit with here. Give it some contact points here. Appreciate that. See the inside there. But yeah, sorry you can't watch it live, Boy Blue. But it'll be up on YouTube tomorrow, so hopefully you can watch the YouTube version when your internet can handle it. Alright. There. Yeah, so Wiseman's grandchild, I was saying, I appreciate that it is very much seems to be fine and interested in dealing with the concept of the main character and the girl that he likes that likes him, and isn't a harem show. There are ladies around, but it is not a harem show. And I appreciate that because I'm kind of sick of the harem element of isekais. So, see, Firefox wouldn't give you this issue, Pat. Yeah, sure. I get jokes, Ultron. I get it. I get the joke. Fun joke. Alright. It was bad. Because Chrome. No, I got it. I got it, Ultron. I got what you were trying to do. Alright, this one did work. I'm feeling it now. I'm not going to put too much pressure on it, but this did seem to work after a while. It's just going to take a little while to for these to set. But that's fine because we can get our next piece ready here. So, no glue lines. We don't have to glue any of this next piece, which is great. So we can just do it. One thing I will say, and I will probably say this a couple times. I don't know a lot about cars. Initial D is fun. It's a fun series. I like the downhill racing. I like the characters. I am always a fan of the didn't know they were good at a thing until they found out they were good at it development. I think Takumi takes a real long time because I think the series is really invested in cars being awesome, and isn't racing incredible, and like it takes a long time for him to have a character that isn't just like, oh, I'm good at this, I guess I'll keep doing it. So, which I like that he's a blank slate for a lot of it, but because I think it makes the storytelling better. But there are parts of me that I'm like, meh, what if you had a thought about what's happening? So, but I do really like the show. The music's awesome. But yeah, I'm not super. So like, I'm not going to be able to like tell you, oh, the part we're building here is this thing, because I don't fucking know. All right, so it's the left one. This is the right here. But I will do my best to know what we need, to kind of at least pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so those got attached. Well, I can smell it. I can smell the plastic adhering, slightly melting towards one another. So that's good. Alright, so one is the car. Okay, so these are the parts assembled too. There's a lot of English here. Fasten this part with a rubber band or some tape until the glue dries, is what it's saying. I think that'll be okay. Okay. So This is the chassis. Which is just... Wait, that's not... Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's this part here. Wait. This is one. That's right. I'm looking at the wrong piece. I got it now. Alright. Well, there's other anime stuff I want to talk about. Oh, okay. Helpful Fox Senko-san. We finally got more to do with the neighbor, who is the manga artist, and I appreciate that because it does flesh out the world a bit more, which I liked. She was fun. The other fox was there. I'm of two minds about her, but whatever. I know that she's apparently a popular character in the manga, but I'm like, well, whatever about her. So it's been pretty interesting, that show. I still am waiting for something about the dude to like stand out and tell me like this guy is cool or interesting, because he's not just like a tired working guy. Because right now his biggest character trait is that he loves Senko Fox's tail, and it's for laughs. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep watching it. I keep saying that, and then I keep watching it. It's fine. Overall. I'm putting a spring in here. Going to try to put a spring on either side of this. I guess these are supposed to be shock absorbers. I assume that's what these are for. And then this is going to go into the springs. Okay, one more show. And then Rising the Shield Hero. Hey, all of the heroes are going to work together, I guess, now. But it's not going to be easy. Here's a weird sentence. Finally, the 4 heroes have agreed to work together in their attempts to defeat the Pope. That is where we're at in that anime. It is a fucking thing. There is one moment in the show where they reference, like, well, I promised this character that I would try to get along with you, and there isn't a point where people go, who's that? Who are you talking about? Which I thought was weird, because they reference a character that the other characters don't know, and there's no point where they're like, who? What? All right, so there's the wheel. There's that part of the chassis there. We got to add piece here. Another piece there. I'm going to glue that in. 11. I am very much over my head when it comes to this kit, and I am going to just do my best and fuck up, and then not fuck up, and then be pleasantly surprised, and then, buckle up and barrel in and do the best I can. But, yeah, I am feeling a bit overwhelmed here with this. But, yeah, we'll just take our time with it. And then, what piece is that? 12. I'll just look. How big is the evil Pope's hat? It's not super big. They call him the Pope, but he really looks like his character is more designed to be like a bishop, really. Like, he's the Pope of this religion. The basic idea is, so, it's an isekai. They take people from worlds to be heroes. There are always 4 heroes, and for some reason, at a certain point, so there's a spear hero, the sword hero, the bow hero, and the shield hero, and those characters can't use weapons of any other type. So the shield hero is always like support and has like some magical abilities and does whatever. But for some reason, traditionally, people are like, well, the shield hero sucks. And then and the people don't like the shield hero. So the shield hero always kind of gets treated like a second-class character, and they're not sure why. People don't know why. That's just always been the way. So it's kind of, there's some interesting things there because the guy, and then there's also like the Church of the Three Heroes. Well, it turns out the church doesn't like any of these heroes and certainly always has hated the shield hero. But also, the church decided at some point they didn't like the monarchy, which, you know, fair point, fair enough. I'm not a big fan of monarchies myself, but so they're trying to do a coup and take everybody out, and they were using one of the princesses who's just, you know, kind of evil, so they were using her, and it's a whole thing. All right, so we got to glue this piece on first. And so I'm going to figure out where it goes on here. So we glue that on. So we're going to glue that on. And then we're going to glue this on here. And then that's going to push down on the pieces that have springs. So it's going to go down on that. Okay, so we will glue this first. But yes, there was a missed giant happen opportunity. You're not wrong, Ultron. Okay, so just do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. And then all right, so then we're just going to hope that this sets. But we'll give it some time here, and we will test fit this part. And there is some glue in the next one here, but only a little bit of glue and more chrome. Basically, we're going to do the other wheel wells. Wheel wells. I think that's what we're doing now. That's what you call what we're doing here. But yeah, Rise of the Shield Hero has a lot of problems, but I am interested in seeing it through. I'm not sure where it goes as far as this fight goes, because they set up a big bad they got to deal with, and they still got to like meet the queen and solve that problem even once they defeat this fight. Okay, so now we're going to glue these pieces and then there. The straight lines are glue, and the dotted lines are not glue. So that is important. There. There. Okay. And then also, this is tricky because I have these springs that I have to put this piece on here through. So I got to make sure I do that, and then set the piece in where I want it there. Okay. I think I did that right. You know, there's a chance for me to fix my mistakes if I made them, but yeah, yep, I definitely fucked that up. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's going to be interesting builds here where I just kind of do what I can here and try not to freak the fuck out every time it's time to apply something here. All right, so again, we just gotta line up these pieces here, and then get this right here. Okay. I'm just going to hold that for a second. Let's see. I know Tanya Evil or whatever, Tanya Evil of Evil or whatever the fuck that show is called. There's a movie. People are watching that tonight. I have not. I don't really enjoy that show. It's too fucking fascist for my interest. So, no thanks. Show is very fucking fascist. So, no thanks. Alright. Gonna just put a little bit more. Okay. Alright, we'll let that sit there while we assemble our next pieces here, and which we will be gluing. And we're just going to go. If you got any questions in the chat, anything you want to talk about, feel free. If there's anything on your mind as we get ready to go into, I'm still going to keep going here. I'm going to go to 11, but, if there's anything you definitely want to hear me chat about tonight, feel free to let me know. I pre-ordered the that John Wick game because it was $8 on Epic Store, and $8 seemed like a great deal. So now I have an Epic account because I haven't had one up to this point. So they got me. Smart, good on them. Get me to have an account. And for the most part, yes, sure, all right. So did I, says Lashbrook. Yeah, I mean, like, that game looks fun. I like John Wick, so sure, let's do it. It's like, okay, I'll take my chances if I don't like it, but I think it'll be interesting, so we'll give it a go. And the price, like I said, the price was right, so why the fuck not? Yeah. Can't wait for the Fortnite stream, says Video Ghost. Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. I heard the same about Attack on Titan in regards to fascism. I knew something was off about it, but didn't add up until I started reading stuff about the author. Yeah, Ultron, I think that, like, now I got out of Attack on Titan when I realized the show wasn't what I signed up for, and that's fine. I should be very clear about this. The creator of that show made a choice about the direction that show was going to go and what the show was about. That took a while to reveal, and that is totally up to the creator to do that. Now, the fascist messaging and that person's personal politics, I certainly don't agree with, and I think suck fucking ass, and that dude sucks. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I just didn't engage with the big reveal, which, like, spoilers for Attack on Titan, every Titan is a person that at some point they got changed. And there are some Titans that are people that can become people again. And it's a whole goddamn thing, and there's a whole thing and a bunch of fucking stories, and is it devil power or god power, and the chosen one, and this whole thing, and it's a whole fucking thing. And that's all whatever, and whatever the fuck. But, once I realized that the show was going to be about these characters that are going to turn into different, fucking, Titans, I was like, meh, less interested. I was more interested in his man attempting to beat all these Titans than I am interested in what that show became. And also, fucking, that creator sucks shit, so, fine. Happy to not support that person. Alright, so we're going to line up our chrome pieces here. This is going to be the other part of our kit. So we will kind of seeing how that assemble together. And then we will glue them all together. And as suggested, before we assemble it fully, we will sand down a little bit the chrome so that it adheres better to our kit here. I turned my fan up a little bit from the normal setting that it's on, just because I'll be working with, chemicals, working with the glue. I want to kind of protect myself because there's some ventilation in this room, but not like a lot, because I'm streaming and all that. So, but I'm going to attempt to protect myself. But yeah, that John Wick game looks rad, so I pre-ordered it. I generally don't pre-order games, but for $8, like $8 is an okay mistake. Is kind of like my philosophy. Oh yeah, I should, before I do this, seem turn awfully before you calculate how awful the author view is. Logan, I don't so how long do you need to wait to the glue to set? Not too long, Ultron. It shouldn't take too long for the glue to set. It's pretty instantaneous because it is doing a chemical reaction. It is actually melting small layers of the plastic together. So it shouldn't take too long to do that. It's really just about lining the pieces up and then applying. And then theoretically, you don't have to apply much pressure to it either. But yes, Logan, to your point, yeah, it was already becoming a thing I wasn't interested in watching. And then I started learning more about the creator, and I was like, oh, yeah, no. Oops, oh no. Oh no. Trying to figure out how to connect this. Alright, I'm going to reapply, try again. Okay. Very thin pieces here. This kit is a 1/60 scale, but it's 1/60 of a car. It's not like a 1/60 scale of a perfect grade. That's a big kit because it's a big robot. So 1/60 scale is going to be pretty big. This is a 1/60 scale of a what do you call it? A small car. Yes, it's a small car. So, all right. So we'll let that set. Hopefully it'll work out. Let's do this part's here. So good. This goes in like this. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Look, I've never been one of those. Like, I want Steam to get better. So, a good way for Steam to get better as a service is for there to be competition. So, I am all for competition. Do I like exclusives? No. But I'm never like, well, fuck this developer for taking a check and fucking feeding themselves and finishing a game. Like, I don't care about timed exclusives. If I like the game, I'll play it. Like, it's a bummer, but that's itty bitty for a car. Usually they're 124, 125. Indeed, yes. Yeah, I want both stores to do well. I don't care. Like if people are like, people get so much, because like also the people that are mad right now, like they don't remember how mad people were that you had to buy like the idea that you couldn't just go to your big box store and buy games that they were Steam exclusives used to really rattle people. The idea that you're like, oh, it's only on Steam. That's the way to get it. Used to just fucking infuriate people. And then they were like, what? I can't buy it on Steam. And it's like, yep. But people were so mad that Steam even existed for a very long time. So I don't know what to fucking tell you. Yes. Yes, people were so mad with the Counter-Strike and with Half-Life 2. People were fucking very unhappy with every decision made in that regard. But I don't know what to tell them. Doesn't bother me. So, oh the fuck well. Alright, so we'll put that on there, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Start by doing it on here, because this is harder for me to hear. And Curly barely ran Half-Life 2, yeah. Yeah, Steam wasn't, I mean, also, Steam wasn't good when it came out, certainly. Steam, like, didn't work right and load well and couldn't handle the load of being a front end for it. So there were legitimately problems with it. So I don't want to say it was perfect, but I will say that just like in general, people were like, why do I have to have this thing? Just let me have my game. Yeah. But there's like a lot of vitriol with the Epic Store, which I was surprised with. I'm continually surprised by it. People just so mad that they have to have multiple things. Like, yeah, you're gonna. Sorry. Like, hey, I'm mad that I pay for Hulu. I don't like that I pay for Hulu right now because I want to watch One Punch Man Season 2. That One Punch Man Season 2 is licensed by Crunchyroll in other countries, but not the U.S. In the U.S., if you want to watch subtitled One Punch Man Season 2, you have to have Hulu. And that bothers me because I'm also paying for Hulu for one show, and I also see ads. But that's a problem I have with Hulu. That's not a problem I have with, like, but I get it. It sucks. I wish it wasn't that way. But I'm not mad at Crunchyroll. Like, I'm not, like, cursing Crunchyroll for not getting that license. Like, do I think that they didn't try to get it? Of course they did. Do I have any understanding why, like, Wise Man's grandchild is on both Hulu and Crunchyroll? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how the decisions were made, what the deals were. I just know that, like, somebody paid a lot of money to make sure they have One Punch Man Season 2. Or the deals they set in place when it wasn't that big a deal mean they do. But, like, I'm not mad at Crunchyroll for not, like, picking it up. I'm sure they fucking tried. Unlimited anime, except within limits, yeah. I mean, unlimited, yeah. It's like, yes, does it make perfect sense to me that the company that bought Funimation is like, we do not like this Crunchyroll deal. Of course that makes sense to me. Yes, it does. The Verve, the Verve Crunchyroll deal. Of course it makes sense to me that, like, somebody is just like, nah, we should have all that money. Like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I get it. It sucks because having that joint library was really nice for consumers. It was fun that on Crunchyroll I could, like, all I do is log into Crunchyroll and I could watch, like, all of Yu Yu Hakusho because it was there. Yes, and Disney's going to move further in. The fact that Disney now is going to own Hulu is certainly distressing. But yeah, I mean, like, the Disney deal, that's a good deal. Like, that price is very competitive and interesting. It's not something I'm looking to pick up myself, but I can, like, appreciate it. Like, yeah, all of it's a bummer, but, like, I totally get it. I wish it wasn't always the case, but I get it. So yeah, if people are like, why would they make a exclusive deal? And it's like, because they probably got fucking money for it. And it's timed exclusives. And also, hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but revenue for indie developers has been on the decline. So, like, if they can fucking get theirs, they should get theirs. I want them to get theirs. Like, and if that's like front page on and a bunch of money and then they'll show up on Steam, like look, I do think it sucks if if you accept pre-orders on Steam and then you take your game off Steam. No, I think that sucks. If you had beta access on Steam or an alpha on Steam and then you take it off because you're going to another thing, I do think that sucks. But if you've got a game and you've announced it and you're like, we're on the Epic Store, good. But yeah, I don't know. I would like developers to be able to continue to make the stuff they want to make and get paid. And if it means that, like, for certain titles, because that's also the thing of, like, hey, there are a lot of games I haven't played because they have been on a system, console system that I don't own. So it's like, okay, well, I don't get to play that. They made the decision that I don't get to play that game. Okay. So in some instances, I like to, but I don't know. Let's see. All right. Just trying to be nice and cautious with all of this. Make sure I'm not snapping a piece or anything. Gotta attach these shock absorbers or something. Gotta glue some pieces together here. Make sure all my snips are good. File down where I need to. Done with most of the chrome. There's still some chrome left, but not as much, so that's good. 8 goes on this side. 9 goes here. Yeah. What if it was like on every platform, but it was cheaper on the store that gave the Desmari? I don't know. Well, it all depends on the cut, right? When it comes to discounts, it seems like this Epic discount is Epic saying it's Epic's part of it. That they're taking the loss on it in order to increase visibility on certain titles. So in their mind, it's like worth it to them to take a discount on their cut. So I don't know. I don't know how that works out. I don't know how it helps people, but one would hope that it helps folks be able to afford the stuff they want to afford and live the lifestyle they want to live. Keep making games if they want to keep making games. Alright, we got to attach some tiny pieces here. We're lining them up first, making sure that we're doing it right. Just fits in there. Tiny pieces. I knew there'd be some small pieces on this kit, and that's fine. Because I knew that. Coming into it. Then and we're just going to put a little pressure on there. It says fasten these parts with rubber band or some tape until the glue dries. We're going to use our hand here because this is very quick setting, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. We're going to prep this by seeing where it goes. While we can do this with our other hand, we can put our rubber bands in and actually the rubber bands we should put in, and the rubber bands, the springs we should put on here because we should want to put some glue. Some of the rigs, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm not I'm not sold or convinced that any of these things are going to be beneficial. My hope is that at the very least, they're beneficial to consumers. Is always my hope, and that if devs do well, that's great too. Um, having different stores and having your stuff all in there can be rough, but I think that Steam isn't going to get better until they have to get better. So hopefully they will. And I hope the people that work on the Epic Store get time to breathe and are treated well. At least some of the Epic employees. Like, my hope is they're doing okay working on the store, running it. That there are enough people working on it and that they have the resources they need to do that part of the job well, is my hope. So hopefully that's the case. Alright, so now we'll hold this and just kind of press it together here. We do have to put some glue on that. That piece goes in there, that goes in there. Okay. Give the Fortnite peeps a vacation. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yep, I hope their situation improves. Be nice if it did. Alright, so this is going to go on like this here in the wheels, and then this is going to fit underneath. Don't have to do the glue on that. So that's nice. Do not put glue on this part. I will not put glue on that part. Alright, so that's where it's going to go. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think it'll be small studios. It'll be independent studios that kind of realize that they need. I think I'd love to see co-ops. Dirty Monkey, I would assume that's how you say your name, is following. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. Indeed. I'm lucky to work at a company where we don't need a union. Well, and I hope that continues. That if your deals, if your contracts are good, if you have support, I'm hopeful for that. That the hope is that folks don't need to unionize, that they can find other solutions. All right, so this is going to go in like this. This is going to go in, but so as long as you don't hear when you get to large companies, you just don't want to hear a large company say things like unions aren't right for the workers. Unions are a problem. Like, you just don't want to hear that. When you start hearing them talk about how unions are bad, that's when you've got probably problems. Okay, so we're going to have to so basically we're going to take this and we're going to set it in here. We are going to put some stuff there. We're going to put the spring down in there, and we're just going to go for it. We're going to see what happens. Just kind of going for it. If I have to redo this later, I will redo it later. If I have to redo any of these parts later, I will redo them later. I am fine with that. My big goal right now is to not shoot these springs off the table, because they will be very hard to find. So that's my big goal with this part of the assembly, is don't lose the springs here. Alright, and then big studios certainly need unions. I totally agree with you. They need protection for employees from all sorts of things. Crunch and harassment and sudden layoffs, and there's a lot that they need help with. So hopefully they can get it. All right, so what am I missing here? Okay. All right, so hopefully these will adhere, these parts here, but I don't know if they will. So we'll see. We'll see if I did that right. Logan, yeah, Logan, that is and that's hopefully a union would be able to say like, hey, here is a like an actual like information based on former employees and current employees, and like QA. Contract workers, they might not fall in there. They might not be protected by a union. They probably won't be. But the hope is that it becomes a culture where the whole studio is looking out for one another because they know that this happens. And it's like that story is a real bummer because it just feels like a fundamental, like a very huge problem with that company. And my hope is that those folks are going to do okay in the future. That's a real fucking shame. Ugh. All right. We're going to put one more piece in. We're going to glue one more piece in, and then we're going to wrap up. Which is one more piece we got to put in, which is 13. I missed 13, so I'm going to put 13 in, and then we will stop for the stream. 13. I did see the no clip. I wish that, I understand why more people didn't want to talk to Danny. I wish more people had. I wish we had heard from QA and had heard from other writers and heard from other former employees. But it was good. Hi Pat, sorry I missed the stream. Still wanted to pop in and say, hey Board, thanks so much for hanging out. I got one of your Lego sets. Thank you very much for sending the Lego set. Yeah, we're working on here on this car as well. So, gotta glue this piece. Glues onto. So, what ended up happening is this piece is supposed to go underneath, and I didn't put it underneath. So, I'm not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. I was supposed to put that piece underneath, and I didn't, so I'm not going to worry about it. So instead, we'll do the muffler, and that'll be actually the last thing that we do today, is put the muffler on. Drift the piece into place, indeed. No, I mean, it was probably a good support piece, and I would have liked to have included it, but I'm okay not including it because I fucked up, and that's part of the process. Yeah, there was a little cutout here. There's literally a note that says fit 13 first, but I didn't read it. So it's a good line for me. It probably would have balanced this out some more in the front wheels. So the front wheels might be a little rough for the front wheels, or the back wheels, I should say, going forward. But hopefully it will be okay. And then 37. 37 is in here. Yeah. Let's see. 37 is. Here we go. Yeah, that makes sense. This is 37. Alright, so this is chrome. So we're going to rough up the chrome a little bit as we put them in there. because that will benefit us. Reminder that my next stream is tomorrow night. It's after 11. We went a little long today because I've been getting focused on this. But my next stream is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Board says you wish listed this kit so you don't have yourself to blame. Indeed, I'm learning a lot, Board. So I'm okay with that. We don't want to scuff this up too much, but yeah. We're going to kind of scuff up the chrome here to make it a little easier for us to apply. But you're right. I do have only myself to blame for this. But I'm excited to work on it. But yeah, I'll be back because Saturday I'm doing that. Saturday it's 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time that I am working on the charity stream. So that means that tomorrow I am streaming from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. So if you feel like joining me tomorrow at 6 p.m., we will continue to try this out and see how we do on this kit. Oops. So yeah, so we got some glue here. We're just going to hold this here. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for the stream. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for the next one. I'm going to wrap this up here. I'm going to let this glue set. Thank you very much for... Whoops. I got to go find that piece. I'm going to fit the other piece on here, and then we'll be good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the next Build with Baer workshop. Bye-bye. Thank you, thank you, thank you.